Hello and welcome! To all the students from Europe Hotel School joining us today, it's a pleasure to have you here. I've spent years working in hospitality operations, and I can tell you there's one specific skill that really separates the good from the truly great. And that skill? It's mastering the hotel folio.
You know, this quote really just hits the nail on the head. We're not just talking about punching numbers into a system. Not at all. Mastering the folio is a core professional skill. It's about how you build real, genuine trust with your guests and how you become a guardian of your hotel's financial health. It's all about integrity.
So, here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with why this is so incredibly important. Then we'll break down the three big pillars you absolutely need to understand. That's room rates, market segments, and billing types. And finally, we'll see how putting all this together takes you from just being a cashier to becoming an essential hospitality professional.
Okay, let's talk about what's really at stake here. Picture this. A guest has had an absolutely perfect stay. They loved everything. The room, the food, the service. They come up to your desk to check out, they're smiling, and then you hand them the bill. Suddenly, the smile just disappears. They see a charge they don't recognize, and right there, in that one moment, their amazing experience gets clouded by confusion and doubt. That, right there, is why accuracy matters. It's the thin line between a glowing review and a messy financial dispute. And this is where you come in, where your role is so critical. You see, while reservations and the revenue teams are setting things up behind the scenes, you are the final checkpoint. You are standing on the front line of the hotel's financial integrity. You have to be able to look at that folio, understand it inside and out, and explain every single charge with complete and total confidence. So, that brings us right to our first pillar, decoding the room rate. Honestly, this is the foundation of everything. It's the bedrock of all hotel revenue. If you can understand the nuances here, everything else starts to click into place. Now, on the surface, that definition seems pretty simple, doesn't it? The price a hotel charges per night. But, as we all know in this business, it is never, ever that simple. That price per night is dynamic. It's always shifting with demand, with the season, with room types, and, frankly, a dozen other factors.
In this slide, it shows that complexity perfectly. On one side, you've got the rack rate. That's the official full price you'd see on the back of the door, the price almost nobody actually pays. But on the other side, you have a corporate rate, which was negotiated with a specific company for their travelers. This is exactly why you can have two guests in identical rooms right next to each other paying completely different prices.
And believe me, the list goes on. You're going to see seasonal rates for the summer holidays, special event-based rates when there's a big concert in town, specific pricing for government officials, and even fixed contract rates for airline crews. And the key thing is, each one of these comes with its own set of rules and perks, like maybe breakfast is included or Wi-Fi. You have to know what's what. So if the rate is the what, then our second pillar, market segments, tells us the who. And trust me on this, knowing who the guest is, well, that context is everything.
We basically group guests into different categories or segments, like corporate, leisure, or a part of a group, and it's usually based on why they're staying with us. For you at the front desk, understanding a guest's segment is kind of like having a cheat sheet. It gives you a huge clue about what their billing setup and needs are probably going to be.
Just take a look at this typical mix. You've got a corporate guest, right? It's pretty likely their company is paying for the room, but anything they take from the minibar, that's probably on them. A leisure guest on vacation, they're almost certainly paying for everything themselves. And what about someone in that group segment? Well, part of their bill might go to a central master account for the whole conference. So knowing the segment tells you exactly where you need to look for those billing instructions.
All right, let's move on to our third and final pillar, mastering billing types. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's where we take all that knowledge about rates and segments and actually apply it to sorting out charges right there at the front desk.
Think of the billing type as the rules of the game. It's what tells you which charges go to the guest's personal credit card and which ones get sent over to a third-party account. Getting this distinction right is absolutely crucial, because when you get it wrong, well, that's where the most frustrating and expensive mistakes tend to happen.
This table here is a perfect classic example of what we call split billing. So, our guest is a corporate traveler. You can see right here that the room and breakfast charges are being routed to the company's master folio, just like it was arranged. But that minibar charge? That's a personal expense, so it gets posted to the guest's personal folio. Your job is to make sure that split is handled perfectly every time. So how do you make sure you get it right every single time?
Just follow this simple process. Number 1, always start by reviewing the reservation notes. 2, identify exactly who is paying for what. 3, verify that you have the right credit authorization on file. And 4, keep an eye on the account during their stays so you don't go over any pre-approved credit limit. Following these steps protects the guest, the hotel, and you.
Okay, let's bring this all together. The payoff for really mastering these 3 pillars is a genuine professional transformation. You stop being someone who just posts charges, and you become someone with significant financial responsibility and expert-level guest-facing skills.
Just think about it from the guest's point of view for a second. When you can confidently and clearly walk them through every single line item on their bill, you're doing more than just solving a problem. You're building trust. You're showing them that they're in capable, professional hands, and that boosts their entire perception of the hotel. And this really is the ultimate takeaway. This expertise completely transforms your role. You become a vital link in the chain of protecting the hotel's revenue, preventing losses, and ensuring everything is accurate. And at the exact same time, you become a key player in guest satisfaction by providing a smooth, transparent, and positive end to their stay with you. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. As you move forward in your amazing careers, how are you going to use this detailed knowledge of rates, of segments, of billing, not just to be accurate, but to actively build trust and confidence with the very next guest you serve? Because that, right there, is the mark of a true hospitality professional.